Hello there, my name is Barry, and in this video today I want to talk to you about my 1975 Ibanez Les Paul Custom. If you're new to my channel, I talk about all things musician lifestyle based, so gigs, teaching music, gear demos, all that kind of lovely stuff. So if that's your vibe, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave me a comment, tell me what you think, all that good stuff. Now I've had this guitar, this 50-year-old guitar, since I was about 17, thereabouts. It was a present from my mum and my dad to me for doing very well in my exams. And by that I mean I didn't fail everything. In fact, in the year that I done my school exams, I got the bang average score out of the whole country. I got 305 out of a possible 600 points. Hard bet. And when I got this guitar, it looked not very different, but it certainly looked a little bit different. When I got it, everything was like pretty much like stock. Since then, I've changed pretty much everything on it, and I'm about to change loads of stuff on it again. I'm going to talk you through exactly what I'm going to change on it. So this video is going to be in like kind of two halves. It'll be all the one video, but like the first half is me showing the guitar exactly as it is now, and then I will finish off the video once it has been modified. So for starters, for being a 50-year-old guitar, a 50-year-old budget guitar, I might add, this is in incredible nick. As far as I know, it's never had a refret. It could definitely do with a refret. I don't know if you're able to see on the camera there, but like the frets are fairly flat. It could definitely do with it. And while you're there, you might be able to see just how high the action is. The action is absolutely horrendous. A lot of that is down to do with the fact that I changed the nut out myself and left the action like ridiculously high. It's not unplayable, but it's not easy to play either. It does stay in tune reasonably well, which I'm kind of okay with. It didn't have these stickers when I got it. I added these stickers. This guitar is affectionately called Rose for obvious reasons. And this little like Stevie Ray thing, I think it's like a Stevie Ray Vaughan sort of vibe sticker. I just thought it looked really, really cool. When I got this guitar, it had a black pick guard. It had the original, which would have been Super 70s pickups in the guitar, I believe. Now, those pickups are long gone because by the time I got it, it was, the pickups themselves were gone microphonic, which is something that happens to pickups over time. The wax coating, I believe, wears off, and the pickups just like feedback constantly. This guitar is also hollow. Don't know if you can hear that, but it is hollow, meaning that it is more prone to feedback than a solid body would be. Please tell me in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but that's my understanding of it. The tuners are also not standard. These are the cheapest of the cheap tuners that I could find that would look like, I don't know if it'll focus, there we go, that would make it look like a Gibson headstock. Funny thing about the Gibson headstock is that this looks exactly like a Gibson headstock with the open book. And if you're not familiar with the lawsuit era of Japanese guitars, this is one of them. Very briefly, without getting too far into it, lots of Japanese companies like Ibanez were making copies of American instruments and doing a really, really good job of it, but like literally copying it, because like this looks exactly like a Les Paul headstock. And Gibson, Fender, and all sorts of other companies got onto them in the mid-70s and were like, hey, stop it. Can't be at that, and sued them basically, hence the term lawsuit Les Paul. As far as I know, that was sort of in around 1976, 77. Any of the Les Paul guitars you see from Ibanez after that time have a slightly different headstock, and also there's slightly different body shapes, but my 75 has the Gibson headstock and I absolutely adore it. Some other things I've done to it over the years is, like I said, the pickups aren't original. I actually don't know what pickups are in these, and I don't particularly like them. And that's one thing that I'm definitely upgrading, and I'm going to show you exactly what I have in a second. The bridge has also been upgraded. I don't know if you can see like this, where am I? This little cable right here. That little black cable between the bridge and the bridge pickup, and this little switch in here, where am I gone? That little switch there. That is a piezo for acoustic sounds. So let's hear what it sounds like, and then I'm going to show you what pickups I am upgrading it to, which I'm really excited about. Now, unfortunately, that little piezo is broken. So when I take this in to get the work done, I'm going to speak to the lads and ask them to reinstall that. But these are the things that I'm going to get done to it. First of all, I'm going to get this nut replaced. I don't know if you can see, but like I showed, the nut is just not great, and in my opinion, it is making the action way too high. So I'm going to get the nut replaced, or even just this nut filed down to like bring the strings closer to the fretboard and get a little bit of relief done on the neck and just a general setup, really. Secondly, I'm going to get these two pickups exchanged. Now, like I said, this guitar originally would have had Ibanez Super 70s pickups in them. But what I want is more along the lines of what I've got on like my Destroyer and Rocket Roll. And that is a DiMarzio Super Distortion. Now this is a genuine 70s Super Distortion, and that's going to go in the bridge. It's not going to have the black pickguard, it'll stick with the cream pickguard. This guitar did come with black pickup rings, sorry, not pickguard, pickup rings, but I prefer the chrome or the cream way better. So this is, like I said, genuine DiMarzio 70s Super Distortion for the bridge, and then I think this is like a brand new one, but for the neck pickup I've gone for an Ibanez Flying Fingers, which again I believe, and that'll go in the neck, I believe that was based on like a Super 70s or a Super 80s, just with the Flying Fingers kind of engraving on it, which just looks really cool. But that's what's going to happen. So that's it for the first half of the video. I'm going to take this guitar to my local guitar repair lads called Ram Jam Music in Aberdeen. They're absolutely unbelievable. They do all the work on all of my guitars. I love every single thing that they do. And hopefully the next scene in this video will be me in a week or so having collected my guitar, all bells and whistles, all singing and dancing, and we'll see what it sounds like then. And it's back. It's been like 10 days, 2 weeks, and I couldn't be happier with it. So off the bat, before we get into the pickups, hopefully you can see that the action has been adjusted and is way more realistic now. It's been set up with Elixir 9s, which on a Les Paul, some people wouldn't like 9s on a Les Paul. On a guitar like this, they would prefer to go with something like 10s. I prefer to play 9s, and I've got it set up, and it doesn't feel, it feels phenomenal. It's great. That Super Distortion is just fantastic. It's just, it's in my opinion, the 70s, 80s Super Distortion, from all the pickups that I've ever played, it's like the cleanest. It's the least amount of resistance between the strings and the output that I've ever come across. If that's the, if anybody understands what I mean. It's really hard to explain what something sounds like without saying that it sounds like this or it sounds like that. But when I'm playing, it just feels like it just feels right. And it's the same bridge pickup that is in my Destroyer and my Rocket Roll. And I think when I got my Rocket Roll, I said something along the lines of that I was this guitar. in a previous life or something like that, because I've never felt so like kind of connected with a guitar, if that makes sense. Again, it's hard to explain, but I've never felt so connected with a guitar. Same feeling with my Destroyer. I think it's down to this Super Distortion DiMarzio pickup. It's just phenomenal. So that's the Super Distortion in the bridge. Hopefully you can hear that it just sounds great. It's great. I absolutely love it. I don't even need to think about what I'm playing. I just start playing and it comes out and I'm so happy with it. Flipping up to the neck then, I wanted to do like the sort of the quintessential 80s pairing on Ibanez guitars. And the quintessential pairing on Ibanez guitars was cream Super Distortion in the bridge, and I believe a gold covered Super Distortion in the neck. Now, this is a Flying Fingers, as I've explained already. And the Flying Fingers element is like literally the gold pickup cover. Underneath this, it should be cream. And I believe it's either a Super 70s or a Super 80s Ibanez / Maxon even maybe. Pickup, just their in-house pickups for the guitars back in those days, which as far as I know was modelled off the Super Distortion. Now, if anybody knows better, please feel free to tell me in the comment section. I don't claim to be an expert on this. This is just my understanding from years of playing Ibanez guitars and collecting them and stuff like that. But the quintessential pairing is that cream in the bridge and that gold covered in the neck. So this for me was my version of the quintessential, is that it had the cream Super Distortion in the bridge. That was always a no-brainer. There was no getting away from that. And then the Flying Fingers in the neck, which just sounds, it also sounds great. And it doesn't sound like it's not good. The sound of this pickup is not going to change the world. It just has a certain quality about it. Like, I've never played a guitar that has this pickup in it, so I never knew what it was going to sound like. I was just going on vibes and hoping for the best. But it does just have a lovely little element to it that just it speaks to my personality, and it speaks to me in a way that makes playing the guitar an absolute joy for me. So thanks very much for watching. That has been my sort of overhaul of my 1975 Ibanez Lawsuit Les Paul. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Would you have done anything different? Have you got a really old guitar that you want to revamp, and how would you do it? While you're down there, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you in the next one.